Hi, my name is Chantal. I'm going to talk about two video. The first video is for Bunchara, Brandon Bunchara, who is the one of the top motivation and marketing trainers in the world, and try to discuss about the secret of happiness. The second video is for Sonja Rubumsky, who is the professor in the department of physiology in the University of California. She tried to discuss about the helping others help us in our life. I'm going to start by talking about the speech of Brenda Blumska. She is the one who talks about the secret of happiness. We know happiness usually comes from orientation toward in the world, in which we look at the past, present, and future in specific ways. We often tend to look at the past with a gratitude and with a front recognition, even if there were struggles, challenges, suffering, turmoil. We find place in a past and we feel sense of acceptance about a past, finding a peace and acceptance and the gratitude. They allow us to be a little more about in a little more free in the present. Being in present, it makes us to be happy, mentally engaged in what we are doing each day. We are challenging ourselves, but little bit where we are finding something we are passionate about, interested in, and challenging ourselves to bring our full consistent present to the moment. And then with the future, it is all about anticipating with excitement what is to come in a future. Even if future is scary, even if it's still going to be hard, because they will be, even if you are, even if you know there's going to be a struggle, but you have to finding your marks. You have to finding your marks to be accepting at a peace with the past, with the past, being a president and the guardian president, and be excited for the future. Happiness and being physical happiness is very simple and easy. You are just not doing it consistently. It is consistent enough. If you don't feel physical relevant and vibrant, what does it take to be happy and emotional health and physical health? Well, physical health, it is easy, right? It is sleep 8 hours, drink more water, and make sure that you take break throughout the day, to break down your concentration. Stand up, not sitting hunched. Almost all spiritual test teachers, trainers are just trying to help us to become just more in present moment, to having faith, to having a sense of concentration, to something that larger than ourselves, to allow ourselves to be amazed and awed by a mysterious of the world, of the universe, of God, our creator. So I'm going to continue by talking about a Sonja Lubumsky. Sonja Lubumsky is one who talks about happiness for a lifetime. Another happiness intervention that to do with a kindness. Now I think most is all our culture the for there is a sort of this notion that being a generous good person is making you happy. And I have famous Chinese proverb which say about, if you want happiness for 1 hour, take naps. If you want happiness for a day, you go fishing. If you want happiness for a month, get married. Obviously we have done not already the study that shows it is actually 2 years that marriage give you happiness. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. And if you want happiness for a lifetime, you have to get someone else that you can help. The second study to talk about kindness, act of kindness. We asked again students to do act of kindness in a regular basic, and they are asked to do 5 acts of kindness per week. Over this was also period of a 6 week. Participants were instructed to do five act of kindness were per week for a period of 6 weeks. And here are three different conditions. Again, control group. Unfortunately, you just don't anything, but they are they, but then we had people that do their 5 acts of kindness in in all one day. Okay, so tomorrow it is Friday. Go out to do 5 acts of kindness. Think about, don't think that things that you normal don't do, right? Sort of, and above normal sort of act of kindness, or you spread them across the weeks, sort of next week's 5 acts of kindness. Those 5 acts of kindness are: brought my brother's comics books, offered to take a friend to the airport, brought homeless man Opa, visit grandmother in hospital, say talk to a professor. Thank you. There is a statistic that I'm going to continue, where they say control a single day and different day. These are change self reported in helping over the 6 studies from before to after. The control group, again, you see they are actually helping less over the course to the study, and again I think it is because they have more work to do and they are getting busy, so they are less time for others. But it's sort of, we are on core of system even during this really busy court. People, the students who are being asked to do a 5 act of kindness on a single day, across the weeks they do it more. The change in happiness. So again, it is interesting, and but this condition where the student did the act of kindness in a single day. So again, like tomorrow you will go out and find act of five, you will go and do 5 acts of kindness and think this because it was more powerful. Then 5 acts of kindness tend to be pretty and small things. It is not all about them were big things. It is just a very silent, and you do, or it makes us feel really good. But about our findings from this study, and we are others, and other study were done, other researchers, we have done a test to the important role of motivation, effort, motivation, commitment, and fit. So you need to choose the strategy wisely that you need to motivate, committed to it, put effort into it. It is just like any other goals in a life. As a conclusion, both video was talking about how helping others it is more important in life. The video of Sonja, it is appropriate because it tried to come with a experiment and the science claim, while Brandon didn't show the experiment in order to convince the people what she is talking it is true. That is why Brand video was not appropriate.